Hello,
Round
audience.
on with this shit.
Broadcasting from
So
December
now what?
22nd.
It's up to us to
Okay.
Number 9, part 9.
Lolly gagging, what the hell?
Probably the most fun we'll get out of this.
So what are we doing now?
We're going to replay the first level, but this time using Obvious power-up just to show how, well... You get the feeling that they made that level thinking you'd have the power-up. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
In the meantime, audience, guess what?
What?
Backers still have not gotten their physical rewards.
Oh, and the PS Vita and 3DS version are still up in the air, if I recall, yeah.
In fact, there's actually been some news regarding that,
Very
Right.
good.
which I have some to paste here and there.
I mean, I won't understand the 3DS version because graphically wise it will be the most difficult to develop, but the PS Vita version is just a small downgrade of a PS4 version. Come on, it's not that hard.
So yes, chronologically speaking, welcoming our guest star, honorary SCWRM member as of now, Dejimon.
Hi, and BRB, hold on.
I want out!
Kidding.
Let me out!
So yeah, basically, Avi's weapon, while sort of being crucial for this level in specific, is kind of really stupid. See, it does it in a zigzag boomerang angle, and if you hold it enough, then it'll do that. However, you can also use that weapon while propping it to use it for a hover attack. Now, remember those many issues we had with those bottomless pits and, you know, those stupid falling pillars? Yeah, when you have Avi's power up, that allows you to actually do a controlled float, which allows you to go over it with grace. Now, most cases that would just make it easier,
Rudder
but
Becker.
here, it actually makes it possible to not get hit. As in, well, it goes from impossible to possible, as opposed to just possible to
So
easy.
some people have received the rewards, but others haven't. That just makes it worse.
Oh, you want to know what's even better, Shiroi? Critics also got extra copies of the game before the backers.
Yikes. Meanwhile, Shantai Alginiro is comparatively doing so much better.
You know what's
You
funny
know-
is like,
you know,
well,
I
back in
thought-
the day
I
when
thought-
people were drawing fan art of like what they called the heroic trio of independent gaming at the time, Beck, Shovel Knight, and Shantae all being pals and all. And nowadays you see fan art of stuff like Shantae saying, "Don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact."
You know, that nickname that Avi gave Beck earlier, I thought Laffy Saffy was a bit silly, but
Yeah.
It made sense though because those two were in love, so of course lovey-dovey
Ruby's
nicknames here.
Ruby's a dork, so her nicknames are gonna be
Laffy Saffy.
dorky.
And hey, I'll give her credit. She actually managed to make someone with future vision laugh, so she earned it.
I guess it's
So-
just see that coming.
Yeah.
So I forgot, when actually Abby is intervening the stage?
He'll intervene later with those pillars in particular.
Alright, I forgot.
Because my video froze.
3:29, 30.
31, and counting. Go ahead to 4 minutes.
I'm at 340.
340. And click.
You know, I should probably bring up a major issue with this game while we're here. The fact that there are so many instant deaths, but the problem is like, well, I know this may sound weird, but they're a bit too varied. Because, well, okay, in Mega Man, yeah, it had instant deaths, but... Oh, yeah, that was stupid. But yeah, see, in Mega Man, yeah, it had instant deaths, but those were strictly mainly bottomless pits and spikes.
And
that was
spikes,
pretty much
yeah.
it. But here, not only is it spikes, but it's also electricity here. Stuff you wouldn't know is actual one-hit kills here and there. Like, this is just a mess that even Mega Man 1 managed to avoid.
Wait,
Repeat
so
that
is
again.
it worse than Mega Man 9 with all the blindsiding?
Are you dissing Mega Man 9 here? Really?
Well, that's the common complaint that I see.
About, what now?
Mega Man 9, there's too many blindsiding moments.
Well, okay,
Well,
okay,
that was
okay.
kind of on purpose though to
Still
make
not so on
the
this.
NES games.
Okay. Blindsiding moments are one thing. I'm complaining about the fact that a lot of this game has stuff that you wouldn't even expect to be a one-hit kill. That's the main issue. like I said, in Mega Man, you pretty much knew what was going to be a one-hit kill.
Oh, well, there you go.
Speaking of one-hit kills.
Yeah.
Avi actually helps out later. But see, actually, with his power-up, that's what makes it possible to actually circumvent a lot of the, you know,
Oh, there you go.
random fireballs falling. You remember how it was nigh impossible to go through without dying? Well, with Avi's power-up, now you can go through without dying.
Blowing your stack.
Dear Lord, I've never seen so much action in a game be so boring.
Yeah, I know, right?
Give Michael Bay some time. He eventually directs a video game.
I don't
Well,
want these things.
Honestly, Deji, I'll give Michael Bay credit. He's rarely, if ever, been boring. But see, now with Avi's power-up, I could actually do that level without dying. Again.
Well, isn't it kinda for the traditional Mega Man games that you could potentially tackle any stage in the order you want?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. But again, like I said, unlike those where the power-ups made it, you know, like go from like possible but hard to a lot easier, this makes it from impossible to possible. Which means that they were kind of expecting you to have the power-up in order to actually do this level.
So does Avi's weapon manages to do more damage to Pyro?
Yeah, it's his
Yes.
weakness.
Now watch how it
I
is
didn't
his
see.
weak. Now watch how it is his weakness, though. Oh. See, basically, it'll go slice right through him here and there. The problem is that while you're timing Avi's weapon, if you jump while you're powering it up, you'll float. In some cases, that'll be
can I
good,
give
but in
some,
other cases, it can screw you up.
Can I give some trivia right now?
Yep.
Good.
The Japanese voice actor for Pyro is
It's the same guy who did Flame High
Flame.
Yard.
Right, yeah. So
think
it was
it
intentional.
It's no use.
It's no use!
You know, Yoko, you should have edited the whole burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn.
Deji,
Yeah.
I'm saving that for Mega Man X7. Because, honestly, what happens in Mega Man X7 should stay in Mega Man X7.
So,
Yeah, it's amazing because
12
honestly, even though it wasn't that great, Mega Man X8 actually was miles still better than Mega Man X7. Yeah.
That said, though, it's a bit tough for me to decide which I hate more, this or X7. I mean, don't get me wrong, X7 has a lot of problems, but its main problems was that it actually made stuff easier, so you could still at least get through stuff.
I've
Ow.
always been hearing that X6 is the worst thing to ever exist.
I'd argue X7 is worse, honestly.
I can't say anything gameplay wise, but one thing I'll give this game presentation wise over X7, there's no character in this game that has a voice that sounds like this.
Yeah, while the voice direction is clearly faulty, at least the voice actors try their best to sound normal. So what are we doing now with Ray?
We're doing Mighty No.8 stage with Ray.
Oh god.
Oh no.
please tell me you know what? Never mind.
Don't worry, Deji. Remember, this is 27 minutes, not 40.
Good.
Context, people. We were doing the original part of this was way long because Jova
It was a lot
wanted to
longer
let
because I sort of had to hurry in a
he
part
just
before.
wanted to show stuff, even parts where he lost. But and on the long run, we just decided they were not that much worthy anyway.
Yeah, it was
Hell,
an
it got
experiment,
so-
but
hell,
it didn't
got-
do
it
so
got
well.
Hell, it got so boring. I muted myself so I could watch a Doctor Who episode.
But you do that a lot
Jesus.
even with
That's
the
not
good
something
ones.
you should admit.
Yeah, that too. Anyway,
Hey!
but anyway, basically, yeah, I was
No,
experimenting.
that's
Well,
The gist,
you're
the
watching.
gist is the shade. Find the
Again, to confirm, Dwes, didn't you tell me that recent
wait,
Doctor
hold
Who
on.
hasn't been very good?
Old Doctor Who.
Oh, okay then.
Oh god damn it!
Cool, awesome bonus feature: the ability to get hit by a projectile despite clearly leaving the vicinity.
So you can get hit through the transaction between one area and the other.
Yeah. Now I'm actually
Fucking-
going to show why that's the
Fucking
case later on.
amateurs.
No, wait. I
That's just a thing, Teo. They're not amateurs. These are
Exactly.
experienced developers, supposedly.
what? No, not
That's
supposedly.
what makes it worse.
Like, what happened during this development?
Oh,
The
Like I've
director-
already said this
director
before.
The
Go ahead,
director
go ahead.
went not. Okay, the director of this game must have gone nuts because of Inafune, man.
Well,
Well, like I've been saying before, my theory has always been that this was nothing but a money-making scam.
anyway,
I don't
I've got-
want to say it's a scam
It's like the
because
producers.
because I'm convinced that they generally wanted to make a good game,
Really?
just to make.
They were
just
too
to make.
ambitious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the one challenge I have in my mind that will decide whether or not this was a scam or not. If they actually follow through with Red Ash, because let's be honest, we have not heard a lick about that game since last year, since it supposedly got funded by a Chinese development company.
Well,
Yeah.
considering how much negative reception the game got when it first announced, are you sure that they should talk about it right now?
That also still
Deji, they
depends-
better, because people wasted
That
money
also
on
still
that.
depends. This also depends if Deep Silver is still the publisher of it or not.
Yeah, basically.
Because if it does, they can also find the money to get the publisher on.
And basically, Deji, let's just say they cannot afford to pretty much screw over the people who funded Red Ash. Red Ash was not only supposed to be the actual Legends 3 successor, Red Ash, when it was revealed it got funded, did they refund people who funded the game? No! Instead, they said, your money will go to stretch goals, which you don't even know about. So then people then pulled out like crazy.
Yeah, people pulled that, but it's not. But the Kickstarter was still a failure because it could have. What the heck is this music? Is
Team.
this Team Flare?
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Flare's music.
And the most boring Pokemon team for the most boring Mega Man game.
I'd argue that. Shoot, what was that other team that's. I'd argue that.
This Team Galactic.
I'll still take over Team Plasma.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Team-
the one I'm thinking. Oh, wait, hold on,
Team
guys.
Plasma.
Wait, hold on, guys. Look at that.
Oh,
Truly an artist tier of unfair knockback, is it not? I mean, did you see
Almo-
how far
almost-
she got
almo-
knocked back?
almost Belmont style.
Anyway,
Jesus.
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Deji?
To get back on topic for the game, it's like
Oh,
This
wait,
is what
hold on.
happened
Gotta
there.
access the menu to find out how this power-up works, too, because that's how all games should be played, right?
Every time you get a move, pause and read, so you can know how the move is.
It's not like, couldn't they just have like it where there's a hint banner across the screen?
Apparently that would cost too much money. So basically, Avi...
Equivalent to Omo Chow here telling us how to use it.
So, a homing attack, eh? Sounds like that could actually be useful.
Let's
Probably
try it,
not.
I guess.
Yes, let's try it.
Okay, audience, as stated before, this entire level might as well be a boss fight, because if you die before getting enough hits on Counter Shade and getting to the actual boss fight, you'll have to start at the beginning, and you'll have to replay all sections. Now, here's a main issue. As you'll notice, some enemies tend to not respawn until you've gotten to a certain point in the level.
wait, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't suffer from the same problem Mega Man has, where like they'll just appear after you walk 2 distances.
But Deji, this in and of itself is a problem. See, remember how Ray has to feed off of bots to, survive? Well, when they don't respawn, that kind of leaves her draining now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hence why I left some of those mooks alive. So basically, either they were too stupid to actually tweak this array, or they purposely tried to pass this off as difficulty, except when you realize that sometimes the wonky hit detection can screw you over.
Or it
That's
was probably
that's
too
not a-
expensive.
That's not shitty draw distances. That's kryptonite fog.
Hey, to be fair, the reason why Superman Return turned out the way it did was like,
Between Superman 64.
yeah, Superman 64. Well, Superman Return sucks too, but
Also, you guys have probably noticed I've managed
Well,
to
actually, there was an Xbox 360 Superman Returns game, and it sucked balls too.
Also,
No,
you
but
guys
go
will
ahead.
probably have noticed that I've managed to go this whole current run on life without getting hit once, actually.
the reason why Superman 64 was like that is because they were under so much development hell. So it's not like they were bad people or anything.
I like Shadow of Apocalypse better.
Wait, have we ever had a good Superman game?
Shadow of Apocalypse.
Nope.
Shadow of
sad.
Apocalypse.
So when are you gonna record it?
Maybe Saints Row 4.
Okay, seriously, are you guys just doing this on purpose? Shadow of Apocalypse.
No one's. This is the first time I'm hearing about Shadow of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You've never heard of that Superman game?
No.
I can't imagine what it could be about, but I never heard of it before.
Me neither.
Oh wow.
It's based off
is
the
this
animated show.
Wait, is this
Yeah.
where Superman crosses over with what's his name?
Oh, anyway, I'm
X-Men
using the
for-
homing attack.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So yeah, the homing attack was working just fine until Shade disappeared, so it homing attacked me right into the one-hit kill laser. I can safely conclude that the homing attack is not as versatile or as useful as you would imagine a homing attack of all things to be.
And
But a
another
homing
team player
attack is
theme.
supposed to.
Don't you get it, Shiroi? This is the old 80s mentality where homing attacks didn't function like homing attacks.
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
sorry.
So,
Even the 80s would be saying you're dumb.
I guess you like Team Flair's music more than the Team Flair themselves.
Yeah.
I honestly like Team Flare, but I just say I like them. I'm not gonna say they're anywhere near the best team. I will say though that honestly they were a well enough concept, but got screwed over
Their
when
plan comes out of nowhere.
That's what I was about to get to though. They were fine up until the whole master plan involving them came about. That and I wish they'd done it.
Team Skull are bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because the joke is they're not supposed to be taken seriously.
Although, believe it or not, eventually you do see that they can be rather serious. Ho-Town, anyone?
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, Potown did that thing well.
I mean, seriously, anyone who is actually messed up enough to mess up with a Poké Center, hey,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
yeah. And again,
And that-
you have to start from the beginning.
Anyways, to get back to what I was saying about this thing is that this is what happens when you are too ambitious and not like how many consoles was this for? 9?
I'm sorry, but really at this point, I really just can't buy the excuse, oh, it was sure so many consoles, because, okay, look.
No, wait, name one Kickstarter where they announce a game for that many consoles.
But here's the thing, though, look. I can,
of Genie Hero?
yeah, true.
Not as many as this game, but it was
And
still
not to
on many
mention that they
platforms.
cancel the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions.
Well, let me explain this, wait, hold on.
Okay.
So as for why you can get hit despite leaving the area, well...
Yeah.
It's like a bouncy
Notice how the
cat.
emblems over Ray's head, which you can see for the wall, don't disappear, they just fade with the level area.
Why does
That,
statue look like Phoenix, right?
you know what that means? It means that, basically, you can't transition. The model actually stays there until the level fades to black, which means your hit detection is left completely vulnerable for a few seconds.
Holy shit.
There you go. And, okay, and you see...
Fucking amateurs.
And honestly, Diddy, this is the main reason why I don't buy the whole console things. Look. I could get performance issues if they announced it for all these consoles, but the level design, the way the hit detection goes...
I was also going to say that apparently they kind of overestimated their budget.
No,
Oh,
again...
yeah.
Well, again, Deji, budget is everything, but seriously, budget does not decide how intelligent one is with level design and hit detection mechanics. Like, seriously, okay, look, I could get budget being the reason for the game being short, or maybe some things maybe not being polished the best, but I'm sorry, there are blatant level design issues here, and blatant bland design issues here, like, seriously. Mighty
know
number
what makes it
6's
worse?
stage with the air. Mighty number 4's stage with the stupid pillars and the drills that can one-hit kill you. Mighty
And
number
you know what
5
makes it
stupid
worse?
fire panels.
What
Yes.
did you?
The fact that these guys have proven in the past that they can make good games. So it's like, how is the level design?
Who Inti creates?
Okay.
Yeah. Because
In regard,
they've made Zero, the Zero series, the
Yeah,
DS games,
Striker
Mega Man
Gun.
9 and 10.
Yeah, okay, I should probably say, though, it has been confirmed that while Inti Creates are good, of course, Concept were the ones who were pretty much in charge of telling Inti Creates what to do and how to do this or that. Now, granted, Inti Creates were responsible for basically, putting the game together, but only the way that Concept told them to do.
Regardless of that, Concept also created Recore, and while that game has also its problems, it looks much more polished and refined than this one.
Yeah.
Admittedly, though, Recore
And I
was-
honestly don't think that Microsoft forked something like $4 million to say to Concept to make it.
Like I said,
So-
polish. Like I said, stuff like polish and whatnot, that I can get being, due to the budget. But again, though, the blatant way that the level design is just stupid bonkers, it just doesn't work.
I'm
definitely,
The budget of this game was $599 US.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Sure.
But it's like, I mean, seriously, okay. I get it. Inti Creates may have had maybe some problems, but a lot of this stuff, and from what Pedro has told me, the fact that, this also shares some issues with Recore's gameplay elements. I'm, not to be controversial, but I'm definitely blaming Concept more than Inti Creates. I won't say that Inti Creates have nothing to blame for, but combined with Inti Creates' pedigree, their resume, and the fact that, well, this is kind of like one of the few, if not one of the only games out there that's blatantly so bad, I'd stand a reason to think that Concept had a bit more to do with how it turned out.
Do you think that if we had never if they had never overhyped this game with the amount of Kickstarters, the announcing of a TV show, a movie, and Red Ash, and the game still turn out in this condition?
Oh,
Wait. If they never had announced, let me finish.
Go on.
If they had never overhyped it or never announced any of those stuff, do you think like the fan reception would be a little bit more forgiving?
It would depend on who was behind it. I think a lot of what had to do with this, despite all the advertising, was the fact that they really hyped up the fact that Inafune, the supposed father of Mega Man, the supposed heralded exile from Capcom, was behind it. Because...
And it was also because people were starving for any Mega Man
And
game
still are.
whatsoever.
Because, Deji, let's be honest, there have been plenty of, not Mega Man-esque revivals, even of, like, some of the other
Anyway,
sub-series.
Honestly, Jova, technically speaking, Shovel Knight counts as a Mega Man game.
And Azure Striker
Anyway,
Gunvolt, that too.
To be honest, I don't count Shovel Knight to be like a Mega Man.
Okay.
What we're saying, Deji, is the fact that, well, Shovel Knight also kind of feels like a callback to Mega Man. It's like,
Yeah, it has elements, but it's not like.
Anyway,
I think people overblow that.
basically,
reason-
to cap it off, sorry,
What's
Liz.
that, Libs?
Anyway, the reason I was going oh dear there is just speaking of kickstarted games published by publishers that don't exactly have the best track record. Guess who's publishing Bloodstained?
Deep Silver, I already
I knew
told
that already.
Actually, no. It's 505 Games, the same lot that published that classic Ashes Cricket 2013.
Oh, God.
No, Libs, 505 Games as it's like Crossseed, they're publisher for like a gajillion games. So
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
even
I'm not
count.
really worried by that.
Again, I was more concerned. I honestly was more concerned with Deep Silver, honestly, because again,
You know what I miss?
what?
Yes.
I miss the good old days where we could all laugh about how this game was never gonna come out.
But we can,
Those were good
Pedro.
days.
We've got the PS Vita and 3DS
I wish
and
it
X.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's not the same, Joe. It's not
If
the
I have to
same.
be, if I have to be honest, I don't even see a 3DS version. I honestly can only see the 3DS version at least being cancelled because I don't even know. Yeah, the graphics are garbage for now, but I don't see how they can even translate this stuff on the 3DS.
I hate it when people blame the fact that this game is a 3DS port for the fact that this game looks that bad. That is a BS excuse, and you know it.
I played plenty of 3DS games that look miles better than this.
Yeah.
Same.
Pokemon,
Professor
Surprising.
Layton, Fantasy Life,
Ace Attorney.
And keep in mind that those
Brave
are
of the Fault.
specifically for the 3DS though.
Eh?
Okay, fine. Let me pick.
FIFA.
Okay. Even Sonic generally.
I'm not defending this game. I'm just saying, like, we need to come up with better arguments.
Xenoblade
Sure.
Chronicles, that wasn't just made for the 3DS.
It was technically a port.
Yeah.
What do you mean the new 3DS, Jova?
New 3DS's vote.
No, those are
Well, actually, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D was actually a new 3DS exclusive. It's one of those that's a new 3DS exclusive.
Yeah, you know,
all
speaking
two
of,
them.
speaking of Ashes Cricket, I'm really sad that I won't be able to record that game since it got pulled from Steam after like 2 weeks after it was released in the state that it was.
Dwebs, you should have known by this point. What goes into the internet stays in the internet.
Emulators, baby.
Maybe if we
Not
find
just
like
not just that. You can I'm pretty sure you can find torrents of the game everywhere.
Especially if it was on Steam at some point.
Well, one plan I had was that if we can find a Raw on YouTube that has no commentary on it, maybe we could just talk over that.
Anyway, I got a B. Okay. I don't know if I said it before, but this game's ranking system is weird and bonkers. Like, seriously, there are some cases where I feel like I'm acing a level and don't even die, yet for some reason I'll get a C or D, whereas other levels where I do die, I get a B. Anyway, story.
Oh, that's right. There's a story. I forgot.
If by sacrificing you mean just knocking them out, because, lady, this takes place in the same universe's backstory, and they're very well alive.
It's a pity you didn't absorb any of their acting abilities.
Now, don't worry, Dwib, she'll overact eventually, for better or for worse.
Also, for some reason, this music reminds me of the music from this old ITV game show called The People Versus.
Oh, goody. I've got a special rant.
I never watched that one.
Basically, there was a primetime version, but then they made a scaled-back one where they just answered a bunch of questions from the general public.
So now,
And,
conveniently, Ray can
stuff.
just hear what's going on at their place by accessing the files.
Sure. Why not?
So we gotta get a new Mega Man game.
Probably, according to what was said regarding Capcom possibly reviving dormant franchises in the wake of Marvel vs.
Yeah,
Capcom
I
Infinite.
think Capcom at this point is basically like, we can't let it end like this. Even though it's got nothing to do with us. We just
Okay.
Well,
can't
Reggie,
Well, actually,
the next scene, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a start, I guess.
Okay, so I've got a bit of a story-driven rant about Dr. White here. When you get down to it, Dr. White is a freaking a-hole. So let's see, okay. You may remember one of the previous parts where he talks about how he created Trinity, and how the way he recognized Trinity's programming was how it was concise, this or that, and then brilliant. So of course it's mine, I made it by the way. But think about it though, all this is his fault, and also, when you think about it, the only reason his dad, or whoever is in prison, I forget, is because Blackwell tried to actually stop it by any means necessary, and yet he's the one in jail for it. So White not only leaves Blackwell to rot in prison, but he also left Ray to rot away. Ray, who's apparently his first creation whatsoever, and is now suffering because, well, prototype, and he just abandoned her. But here's the thing, though. He goes on about, how I'm making robots to better society, and he's supposed to be our hero. And yet, here he is acting all pompous, acting, I hate everything in violence, despite the fact that he created robots for military purpose. Like, seriously, one of his creations is literally
terrorism.
a gun with legs.
Oh, God.
I create robots!
So,
I'm gonna destroy them.
and yet he is supposed to be our hero. Oh, and trust me, folks, this will really come to a head when we get to part 11's end.
Alright, for now, see you for the next one.
See ya.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bye.